So the final activities in the Code and Rescue resource is the Winch Rescue Plan and Winch to Safety, inspired by the Coast Guard's helicopters, which have a winch system in order to rescue people from hard-to-reach places, often on cliff edges or out at sea. So as part of this activity, there's an unplugged task. We also have this lovely cliff face here, which we'll use for the rescue plan in a moment. In addition to needing the motor, the pulley, and this little magnetic person, which will come into appearance in a second.
So this one here, rather than using lights or sound buzzers, it's using the motor. And again, if you follow the instructions and your students just take it step by step, all they're doing is just using the crumble. They're connecting a switch and a motor. And actually it's a really nice motor because you can quite nicely kind of put it on the edge of the table. It's nice and secure. And you can have your cliff edge down from the table, so you've got that string going down. It talks about as well about tying on a piece of twine which comes with a kit, and that's just put onto the pulley. I did the knot that they suggested, and I just secured it with a little bit of extra tape because I'm not very good at knots. But this works really, really well. And just by following the instructions, by programming some simple instructions, at the moment I've got it that when I press the button one time only, this rotates in one direction for 5 seconds. And if you know the distance that you want to go through and how fast this is moving, you can actually work out the time that you need that motor on. So in this case it goes down, it maybe collects a casualty, and then it brings them back up again. And this person here I think is brilliant. It's just got a little magnet that just slots in their head, and that means as you have something like a little just nut or a bolt that just goes down, it collects onto this, and then it can winch them back up to safety. So I think this is something that students at a very basic level, they can just set something which goes up and down, and then they can maybe think about designing switches so there's maybe an automatic cut-off, so it doesn't just keep going up and up and up, it goes up just to the right distance.
Absolutely. And again, as Lewis said, they can explore things like speed, distance, time in order to set it all automatically rather than having to press program start, program stop to get the motor to go up and down. Be mindful of whether you're attaching the motor to side 2 or side 1, because your code block will need to correspond to that as well. We also provide the students with much less code in this final activity, because hopefully by this point they would have already explored many of the other tasks and become familiar with where the different code blocks are. But as always, in the teacher guide, we provide one program that will work for this activity.
Absolutely. So I think that this is a really, again, just another nice resource. There's a bit of coding, there's actually physically making stuff. And I think the two things work together really nicely in this task, which is a culmination of code and rescue.
And actually, the very last thing I'll mention is this is a nice opportunity, if you have enough components, to try and encourage your students in the stretch and challenge task to think about, could they include the buzzer in this? Could they include the sparkles in this? Could they include the ultrasonic distance sensor in this activity as well? So it could be an opportunity for them to bring in everything that they've done so far into one final design and coding activity.
And again, if you'd like to find more resources to support this project, have a look at the STEM Resources website.